Namaste, it's Anita, and I really just want to come to you very openly, very organically. So I've just set up my altar and I wanted to share a beautiful sequence of the divine with you. We've been honoring this place of lots of adjustment and alignment, and now may we acknowledge where we're at, how far we've come, and what awaits us now, and the deeper message of acceptance. Accepting fully what is, accepting how you are in your heart today. Let's have a moment, feel in. Accept your mind, whether it's still like a Zen pond or perhaps it's doing a few cosmic cartwheels. It just is. How are you feeling physically? How's your vessel? Is there any area that you wish to direct more acceptance and love into? And spiritually, feeling a little bit sort of heavy and not really in the flow, or are you feeling really light and tuned in? Again, it's just holding awareness with that and acceptance. It's not going into judgment or shame or expectation. So we'll flow with some angel Asana. Me coming to you. It's not always possible for you to come and physically be here in our haven, but please know that this love is rippled out afar. And I just want you to feel in what, as always, honors you, because each breath is the molecules of sacredness and the divine dancing and weaving its way through. And what a beautiful elixir of acceptance to work with as we sum up this time of August. And as I'm filming this right now, we're on the precipice of spring blossoming, where we start to feel maybe a little bit motivated and inspired. So the angel that's been coming in also starts with A, Azrael. Azrael often chimes in when there's been quite a bit of deeper turmoil and suffering. But it's more of a male energy that I'm feeling come through as that divine masculine heals within us as well. Very loving, but reassuring you that some old patterns have really well and truly shifted, and maybe you are still readjusting to that, but your awareness is growing. So again, sit with acceptance, and if you like to chime in with the beautiful angels, then Azrael really dances that gorgeous sacred healing on each breath. And I'm just going to go onto my magical carpet now, my magical mat, and we're going to start with the crystal bowl. And as we chime with the divine, this beautiful sound of cleansing and purity, we'll drop into our call of the wild. Good morning, Jasper. That's our white feather tribe here, the beautiful cockatoos. And as we drop into the breath, the pranayama, just feel acceptance in where you're at in this moment today. Because you know that's going to change, and change is a constant for us. So if we can fully accept now, then we drop our guard. We don't run from ourselves anymore. And most of all, we take off the mask and we allow ourselves to fully unveil. So where was I? Crystal bowl. Aham prema. Aham prema. And even though that word's aham, it's a hum, a melody of mantra into your soul. Translation? So that's the Sanskrit. It translates as I am love. And as Azrael comes in, he says, may you accept love. May you accept and embody this love fully and deliciously. And we've got the sacred flames here, beautiful fresh roses from the garden, and you beloved, checking in with yourself. So let's go, let's see what unravels. Oh yeah, so just grab some cushions. So everything we have here is upcycled. We create our own beautiful soul support here. Just grab something off the couch or your bed pillow just to offer you some support as we go into some deeper holds towards the end. And actually, let's just do this now. I'm just going to, from my personalized deck, Angelight Yoga Oracle cards. So this is a brand new deck that I've just opened. Can you feel them stretching their wings? Let's give them a tap and a blow of the divine. They're a little bit excited. They're feeling that fresh air for the first time. So perhaps you like to get settled in Sukhasana, our comfortable pose, our seated pose. Start grounding in through the base of the body. And now as we chime in through our halos and we feel that caress of spirit, try not to look at the cards because they're double-sided, and I'll just select one now. And there it is. This does not surprise me. Diamonds on the inside, you know, this Ben Harper song. I keep hearing it over and over again. It's been one of my all-time favorite tunes. And there is your diamond self. This is talking about your luster. Quite like this introspection. It's my version of turtle pose. And this shell that we have, like this spiritual armor. Yeah, it's sort of like, let go of the guard now. Just drop it. It is some time to go within, to check in with the heart. There's quite a deep seal through the throat as well, so your throat chakra. And the beautiful angel Asana as well. So I'm just going to leave us with that image and incorporate it into our flow today. And I'll read the message in summation later on. So you, beautiful, sparkly gem that you are, that activates all of the chakras. So let's sit in Sukhasana. To feel happy. Asana, the pose or the healing prayer. And as we come into a beautiful place of acceptance, may we now inhale. Lift your beautiful wings up and up and up. Then as you exhale, gently draw your forearms, cross them over, and cradle your heart. So you stay as you are. I'm just going to bring this film a little bit closer so I can see you more. We can feel more connection. There we go. So your forearms are crossed. And you feel softness in those hands. Close your eyes down and feel all of the chakras, the wheels of light, slowly chime in and circulate. So they're all the colours of the rainbow. If you're familiar with them, just journey into them one at a time. Soften through the buttocks, elongate the spine, and receive, receive. So there is a level of protection here as the hands cross over the heart, but it's a gentle embrace. Acknowledging your strength. If you've been through any adversity, there should be some softness with this now. Only allowing love to enter into your aura, into your field of light, the primordial light, starting to spark within each breath. And just staying as you are. Your pranayama, your breath control, ebbing and flowing as it caresses your nostrils. May you allow this breath to be even and fluid, so your inhale will sacredly marry with the exhale, so equal length of breath. And the beautiful crystal energy now hovering, permeating, dancing within. Aham prema. Allow yourself to be, to fully accept your beautiful self in this moment. To fully acknowledge the divine vessel of beauty and love that you are. So as we exhale, we'll drop those beautiful hands down towards the earth. And then inhale, welcome in this new breath, this new day, shifting your attention up to the sky, feeling expansive, the place of no mind but freedom. Inhale again. As you exhale, create more of a fist and the right arm drops down, the left arm reaches higher. Stretch out of the waist, smile into the body. Inhale, right hand lifting up. Exhale, left elbow down. Perhaps it's more like a bow and an arrow for you. A bit of tribal essence coming through. Hold the energy of the spirit warrior. Inhale. Then as you exhale again, nice slow motion. Isn't it beautiful to slow down and appreciate the length of breath? As always, rushing. And now you can just savor the flavor of the cosmic light lifting up. Your exhale, elbow coming down, lifting higher. And just working at your depth with your variations, with what nourishes your beautiful soul. Your exhale, hands are in sacred union. Gentle brush over the forehead for peace of mind. The lips for purity of speech and communication. And your heart filled with the elixir of compassion. Feel your heart beat in tune with the rhythm of all creation. So may we gently open our eyes and just take your time to adjust your legs. You can either unravel slowly or the hands can come through and you can roll over the knees. Knees will go out nice and wide as the mat. Bottom will rest onto the heels and your hands are going to stretch all the way out like they're in downward facing dog. You want to rebound all of that beautiful energy from the earth into the body. Gaze is forward and you'll start to drop down into those hips even more. Invite the breath like a beautiful tonic. Inhale, flush it through. That last sip of air at the top, and then exhale to the left, rotating around, surging to the ground, to the earth. Inhale, 2 more to the right. Now I invite you to flow with more trust in your life. Close your eyes down. Exhaling, flow around. And inhaling. So we invite the essence to carry us, to serve us, to heal us. And now reverse that flow. It's like yin and yang, this coming together of oneness. And this is the shape of a cosmic egg, which is really beautiful. So we're on the precipice or the brink of a new season, new energy flowing, allowing you to shift and to flow graciously and around. So the bottom drops down onto the heels, forearms rest down, and the forehead is on the mat. And just massage your mind a few times from right to left. Peace of mind. Calming, soothing breath. Relax the Buddha belly. Beautiful contentment, a flush through the heart. And just a few breaths of gratitude now. So Unjali Mudra, the hands lift above the head, coming together into prayer. And the elbows press into the mat. So into Anahata Chakra. The wheel of love spins so generously with compassion, the essence of a rose.
Gentle yet strong, opening into the light on each beautiful breath. So the power of visualization as you fold into this asana very humbly. Such simplicity. Slow down the process of the mind. Empty your thoughts into the sacred soil. And receive the beautiful song lines of creation into your body. We're all vibrating as one, this beautiful earth frequency. The supreme nurture, the mother energy holds you now. Feel that in the heart. Own this as a prayer, as a blessing, this beautiful asana. Hands will slowly drift forward. Forehead will lift up gradually. And then we shift the weight through and balance onto our knees. So we'll inhale, take the right leg behind gaze point, out in front. And you lift up through Manipura, the center of yourself, your soul. Exhale, forward to knees. So just cleansing, getting the energy moving. And then inhale, right knee up to the side. And then exhale, right knee just hovering above the mat, not touching down. Inhale. Let's do this twice more. Gaze through. Work with your length of breath. Keep it even and flowing. But you meditate as you move. Round those shoulders, pressing through the hands. Inhale to the side. Lift up. Feel the light wrap around the hips. Through the thighs. Hovering the knee over the earth. Center behind. Inhale. Point the toes. Stretch your halo forward. Exhale. Keep drawing the energy from the earth. Draw that knee through. And lifting up. And then down. And if we did an extra one, then it's just a bonus today. Sending that behind. And then the right knee touching down. Beautiful. Take an in-breath. On the out-breath, bottom to heel. Stretch it out. Extended Balasana. Gaze between the hands. Inhale. Cobra. Bhujangasana. So it's the rainbow serpent. We dive the body down, arms pull into the side body, brush your heart along the earth and lift it to the heavens. Push off the knees, touch the toes. Downward facing dog. Feel that beautiful eternal light shining within. Perhaps walk the legs out a few times. Perhaps turn your head right to left. So of course, just adjusting your asana to your level of practice. Inverting the body. It feels good for that rush of ecstasy. Flowing deliciously and evenly. So let's invite on that exhale. You resting onto your knees on the earth. Check the position of your hands. You may need to draw them a little bit closer to stabilize you. Inhale. Left leg coming behind. And exhale. Curling through, forehead to knee. Round the shoulders as you do so, pressing through the hands to the side. Left knee lifts up, inhale, gaze point out in front, foot through the inner thigh. Exhale, left knee hovering over. And inhale, lengthen out. Stretch your spirit, but balance yourself. Hold yourself with integrity. Exhale, forward. The knee one day will unite. Meanwhile, you're cleansing through the colon. And then we're going up to the side. Inhale, sending light into those lower chakras. Muladhara, Swadhisthana. Gently pull the knee down and we're sending it behind. Inhale. And exhale, curling through, finding your own delicious rhythm and flow. And left knee lifting up. Gazing forward. And then down. And we'll just send that left leg behind again. Inhale. And then exhale. Left knee touches down. Inhale the breath. And then exhale. Bottom to heel. Stretch it out. Forehead goes down. Inhale. Lifting your gaze forward. Feel the hands press into the earth. Diving down. Slow motion. Inhale. A wave of energy lifting you up. Push off the knees. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Try to start grounding the heels. Perhaps a little micro bend in the knees, awareness to the torso, your alignment pressing into the hands, feeling a beautiful stretch and elongation, lifting through the wrists and the forearms, ears aligning with the inside of the upper arms. Empty your mind, blossom in your heart. Right leg lifting up now, inhale. Perhaps gazing underneath that right armpit. Right knee journeys to the chest, right foot between the hands. So just take your time to arrive. Perhaps you wanted to place that knee down first. Left foot is going to fan out 45 degrees until we can bend into this right knee and help stabilize the energy of the body, drawing a direct line between the heels. Do you feel it? Inhale, that inspiration. Perhaps your hands come to the hips first, or you lift the hands all the way up to the sky. Fan out the fingers, receive light energy through every part of the body, directing your heart forward. Anchor yourself through the feet. Perhaps you start to shift your gaze up, or even bring the hands together, provided those shoulders keep working away from the ears and the shoulder blades are down the back. So you feel activation of bandhas, you feel activation of courage and empowerment of the warrior energy. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, front leg straightens and the hands arrive to the heart. Inhale, lifting here. As we exhale, we start to hinge forward. Keep tucking that right hip in, so re-ground and earth through the feet. Holding hands at heart, or perhaps you like to explore by taking your wings out wide. I'll take one out wide because I've got the wall here. Nice big wingspan. Inhale. Feel that freedom, and then exhale. Hands frame that front foot. And you start to bend forward. So micro bend in those knees if you need to. Perhaps you want to use a block to help stabilize you. Inhale. So it's a half lift. Come forward and then exhale, fold down. So you want to just keep this rhythm flowing. Inhale. Lift up. And then on the exhale, see if we can feel more length coming into that heavenly hamstring. Folding in. Inhale once more. And then down. Nice and juicy. Going within. Now we're going to bend into that front knee. Fingertips perch down. Stimulate all those yummy nerve endings. Pivot on the back foot so the heel lifts. And the left leg lifts up to the sky. So we come into balance. Propagating more balance. More self-esteem. Feel that coming through the solar plexus here. Accepting where you're at in your balance today on the right side. So perhaps if you need more earthing, keep your gaze grounded. Ardha Chandrasana if you're going on. So left hand, the pose of the half moon. Perhaps you like to steady it on the hip. If you're going into full alignment, take the hand to the shoulder and then reach all the way up to the sky, offering yourself beautiful symmetry. Maybe that gaze starts to go off to the left, or perhaps all the way up. You can even take the extension, the offering of bending into your left leg, grabbing the left foot in the left hand, peeling back the shoulder and smiling as the sun of this day, the shine, fully opens into your soul. Or shall I say the moon energy, half moon. Slowly directing the gaze down, just taking your time. Yes, you can get the death bubbles in this pose, but you re-anchor the hands. You accept what is there today. We're still in this balance. We're going to tuck left knee behind the right knee. Little birdie. There it is, nestled on the front. Pull the wings into the arms. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, slow down the breath because you're cosmically held. You should be collecting more energy now. Inhale for the heart beating to the rhythm of life. And then tuck in once more. And then lifting up. The left leg is going to arrive slowly into lunge behind you along the mat. Anchor through the feet, pivot your left foot open, Virabhadrasana 2. Right hand is on the outside of the right foot. Feel the right arm support the right leg. The left arm flowing with freedom. Lifting you up now. Up, behind and forward. Virabhadrasana 2. Let's hold the pose of someone that feels the strength of a warrior, not filled with worry and doubt. Own this beautiful asana. Palms are earthing, so they turn towards the ground. Feel stable through your feet, stable through your gaze. Upper body centered over the hips. Feel the energy ride through the legs. And travel out in all directions of time, past, present, future. Your whole story is delicious and divine. Staying as you are, right forearm to right thigh, palm receiving from the heavens, left arm to the sky. Keep breathing, keep reaching. If you're going on, the right arm will journey down. Right thigh pressing into the back of the right arm. Left wing coming around with softness, tucking behind you. So rather than going into a bind, we go into a bond of energy and a seal. Right wing perhaps tucking underneath. Right knee stabilized over the ankle, Parsvikonasana, full extension, adjusting your gaze where you feel called to today. Deep, powerful breaths, surge and wrap the energy through the body. And then come out slowly, mindfully with acceptance. Arms float over the head till you frame that top foot. We find ourselves in lunge, working at your own pace. Right leg will come through now into plank, or perhaps you feel more restful on the knees. Still engage through the center. Slight variation here, left hand lifting off, resting to that lower back. Power up the right side. Left hand coming down. Fan out the hands, right hand lifting off. It's a tuck of the wings so you feel strength and softness. You can hear it in my voice as the vibration shifts. Right hand coming down. Inhale, hold that fluidity. We're going through our vinyasa, our Surya Namaskar, our connection to the earth, air, fire and water. Staying in the rhythm and flow of life. Cobra or your upward facing dog. Your exhale, perhaps you push over the knees, or you can roll over the toes and arrive into downward facing dog. Press into those hands, try to ground the heels. This should feel restful for you. Your other variation would be to be restful on the knees now, and perhaps even onto the heels. So just tune into what brings you that lift, that lightness of spirit, the joy, the celebration, and the balance. Because you're very deserving of this. It's a divine downward dog stretch. Downloading what has been, or perhaps now downloading new frequencies. Left leg lifting higher. Deep, powerful breaths. You are in the universe, and the universe is inside of you. Lift up high through the left side. Left knee draws to the chest, and you step the foot between the hands. Taking your time, because it's a bit more of a powerful sort of offering. Virabhadrasana 1, the stance. Alignment of the heels, aligning with yourself, and certainly lots of adjustment, awareness, and yes, acceptance. And you're not alone. You feel Archangel Azrael chime in now. As you anchor yourself to this beautiful asana. Perhaps you're gazing forward, or you're lifting your gaze up. Be mindful of not throwing the head back, but just feeling length through the body. Massaging through the eyes, directing the gaze into the third eye. And if you feel called to, those hands arrive in prayer. Breathing. Dropping into the divine delivery. Power in this offering. Inhale, lifting up, exhale. Hands arrive to the heart. We'll straighten that front leg. Inhaling. As you exhale, perhaps you'd like to take your hands around behind you. We're going to interlace the fingers and cross the thumbs. Squeeze into the hands, leading with your heart. Or you can just bring those hands forward. So inhale, you'll stabilize through the legs through the lower body. Exhale. Upper body coming forward. Flowing with serenity. Arms lifting to the sky. You're held, remember, by the angels, by the cosmos, by Great Spirit, by this pyramid of energy and sacredness within. So love your shadows as much as your light. I love it all. Perhaps get that cheeky monkey off your back by squeezing into the shoulder blades, squeezing into the hands. Powering that upper body closer to that front leg. Your variation would be to just use some support with the hands on the earth if this is feeling too challenging. And again, just accept the options available to you. Out of the head, feel the body respond to the beautiful elixir of truth. If those hands are raised, then we'll invite them down. Now frame the front foot. We bend into the front leg, pivot on the back foot. When we feel stable, we'll use that in-breath to lift the right leg up. Power up through the center here. Feel your worthiness, your strength, your courage. So a lighter option is to keep the right hand to the hip, or perhaps I'll go full extension now, right hand to right shoulder, and then right arm all the way up. So that right leg is raised, and it can help to flex that foot to steady you. Perhaps gazing at the earth, or slowly shifting your gaze to the side. Nothing to prove. We want to still feel the peace in the pose. And yes, the joy. So if you fall out, that's all good. Have a little smile with yourself. Full extension if you're going into the hold of the foot. Slowly coming out again. Energetically connect with what you're being offered. Out of the head, flowing until both hands touch down. Redirect the torso so it's parallel to the earth. Inhale if you want to go on. Massage into the hips. Exhale. Firm your stance on the earth, your sacred ground. Hold that in. Then inhale, lifting up. Got this beautiful breeze blowing in to our sanctuary here, tucking it into the body, underneath the wings, folding in. Inhale. This beautiful love, it lifts me higher. Right leg lifting up. Exhale. Coming in. And then inhale. Right leg lifting up. So we'll journey safely, strongly down into the earth into our lunge. Oh, I feel that presence of Lakshmi coming. Lakshmi comes through the lunge. Very lush, very abundant, very delicious. So pivot out the back foot. Lakshmi, that divine goddess of worldly riches and prosperity. Align between the left heel and the arch of the right foot. Stabilize the feet. Right arm fluid. Beautiful wing. Unraveling, unfurling. Power up through the center. The central sun lifting you up. Right arm behind, left arm through. We'll receive this time. Palms turned up. Softness through the shoulders, powerful stance. Left forearm to left thigh. Right arm to the sky. Now don't dump all the weight onto that left thigh. You've got to reach up high. In trust, in faith. Left hand perhaps coming down on the inside of the leg. Use the left leg to gently tuck into the back of the left arm. Softness as the right arm tucks behind. Just keep checking in, no ahimsa, keeping the integrity of your offering. Perhaps that left arm will tuck underneath. Parsvikonasana, taking the full extension of the asana. Literally reshaping your life, feeling the squeeze through the thighs. And then calming out. Just as slowly and gracefully, euphorically, not like you've exerted yourself, and the left leg will come through. We're in plank, or you're restful on your knees. We have 5 breaths of transformation. So feel yourself align from your halo to your heels, a slight squeeze in above the knees, and lift in through the center, or your beautiful bandhas if you're familiar with them. circulating through. You could hover here like a hummingbird all day, drinking in the nectar. And then you flow. If it serves you, inhale. And then you exhale. So I'm going to go through Cobra this time. You choose your variation. Inhale, lifting up. As you exhale, you can roll over those toes, or you're pushing off the knees. We all are riding down a facing dog, or you can be restful on the earth in Balasana. Breathe and receive. Breathe and feel. All of this new light reveal, shifting out any tiredness, any restlessness. And just stretch your soul into love. Aham prema. Aham prema. Aham prema. I'm in my truth. So we'll arrive onto our knees and relax onto the shins, bottom onto heels. If this is too strong, then just come into normal cross legs, Sukhasana. So this is Virasana. Just steady that breath, in and out, the 3 chambers of the chest, like a beautiful wave of the dynamic divine, cleansing, fortifying, finding beautiful pulse and rhythm. Palms can turn up to say, yes, I'm in allowance, thank you. So may this moment feel restful and recharging for you. I've got so much prana circulating through that I'm naturally just gently swaying from side to side, and the upper body even tends to do a little bit of a spiral as the kundalini, the serpent-like cosmic bliss, starts to flow through Sushumna. So exhale, fully ground. Ground this offering. Right hand will go for your left knee. Left hand will come around behind. We'll inhale, lift and lengthen up. Exhale, turn and twist. Feel that through the waist. Be mindful of not overturning the neck. Inhale, lift and lengthen. That creates the space. Exhale, beautiful grace comes flowing in. Not being resentful or judging of what's back there, yeah? As you turn the gaze forward, that healing remedy releases. Left hand to right knee, right hand around behind. Inhale, lift and lengthen up. Feel that through the torso. Exhale, turn and twist and revolve. And we evolve. We inhale, lift up. Getting a nice compression through the ankles as well. Taking the pressure down. Exhale, turn and twist the gaze. And then slowly directing your gaze back to the front. So just stay as you are for a moment. I'm going to bring in the angel cloud. Okay. In it comes. This is our soul support. You might know it as a yoga bolster. And then we'll lift. If you're cross legs, take your time to arrive onto all fours. And now your right leg will come behind. Inhale, and we're going to come through pigeon pose. So the right knee comes between the knees. The lower leg fans out a little bit until you can start to work the lower body down to the earth. So that left leg is extended. But we're not going to worry too much about the alignment because we're going to go more into a yin pose, which means we're going to find that offering that feels most supportive for us today, where we want to recondition the body. So I'm going to actually roll over more into the right thigh. The left leg is going to bend a little bit, and the cloud is going to come flowing inwards. So I'm going to take that on the inside of the body. So if you're someone that always just goes down and doesn't take support, then I want you to make double support today. I want you to find something soft to cradle into. Turn your head and close your eyes down. And just sort of zhuzh the body for the first few moments. Checking that the hip feels comfy, the face is soft. Do your palms want to receive up, or are you going to ground them? Close your eyes. Drift inward, soften through your heart. And don't be selective of where you want to go in the stretch. Just allow it to present to you. Every day is going to feel different. And we just accept what's there. Don't you feel that come in as it's so relaxing and endearing when you can just allow yourself that surrender? Going, okay, this happened, or this has shown up today, or this has crossed my path. There it is. And the hips are very, very powerful emotional sort of boxes, Pandora's box, I like to think of it. Lots of treasure tucked in there. Very deep and cathartic to fold in this way, to fold into ourselves, to unfurl those feathers one breath at a time. And with the hips being such a storehouse of emotions in all directions of time, this energy or this part of the body does get fairly stuck and stagnant because our lifestyle, our modern lifestyle, is so sedentary. And a lot of our positions find ourselves sitting down at a desk, a chair, or in the car, sitting down to eat at a table. So just breathe and recondition the body. The divine masculine healing, feeling inspired and invigorated, and feel any internal turmoil or challenges just slowly starting to ease, not waging a war against yourself, finding some peace as the breath deepens and you set your mind free from judgment, and you just become aware, the conscious observer in your life. And then invite bliss to move in. Ananda. Archangel Azrael is offering some healing over the heart, in through the rib cage. He sort of gets in deep, in a beautiful way. So just breathe into this offering, not needing to think about it. Just feel held and blessed to receive this healing. So we're going to move on, but if this is really scrumptious for you, then maybe you want to stay and play here a little bit longer. And you can just dabble with the recording and re-engage when you feel called to. But if you're moving on with me, then feel your hands on the earth. Feel supported as you very slowly lift up. Isn't it slow? It's like lifting out of a slumber. So nice. I've got all these roses on here as well. So the cloud, it just gently drifts off. We love our clouds. And then the right leg will come through, and maybe you just want to give it a bit of a whoosh, a bit of a zhuzh. Sometimes it's nice to ground the knees, to take your hand and actually pummel through the thigh and hip. You get all of that new energy flowing. And then the left leg will start to arrive back. And then we'll exhale, bring that left knee through. Lower leg comes on an angle that serves you, depending on your hips and where you want to work this light healing today. Massaging in, I'm going to rotate over slowly. And then invite the cloud to come onto the inside of the body. So we will inhale Draw that breath connection, and then on the exhale, come a little bit closer. Becomes like a body pillow. Draw it in, the length of the body. Be open with yourself. I'm actually going to tuck my left arm around and get into the inside of the left shoulder, because that feels good for me. Just listening to your body always. Slow down the processes of the mind. So we're on the left side now, and the Divine Feminine, she says, because your masculine is now feeling so empowered and in balance, then you're allowing me to fully blossom and to be creative. So thank you. Feel softness and grace and colours coming through that left side. A beautiful, cathartic, tender squeeze into the hip. A redirection of that beautiful prana up into the heart. Flushing out through that sacral area, Svadhisthana, bringing in the sweetness of this offering. And just allowing yourselves to take some deep rest, drawing towards the earth, but feeling as much softness and love as you no doubt always offer others. So we use this opportunity to tune in with our awareness, to acknowledge the love within. It's superfluous. To accept what is here today, the beautiful offering. And to allow ourselves, to allow some space, some time for me. Very deep cathartic message coming through the left side, and it's beautiful because we're just on the verge of the weekend here today. But may every day feel in balance and harmony, this emotion, energy and motion. So whatever's stirring up within, we acknowledge, we accept it. It just is. So the healing message is more about the lower body and the hips and feeling held. So the message is more from Mother Earth saying, you're supported. You're supported to co-create what it is that's calling you now to feel that richness and finance of life force. Resourcefulness, time, having time, and allowing that to blossom and flourish. But we must enjoy this offering of being here and accepting what is, knowing each out-breath creates a release, a surrender, a handing over and letting go of control. Can I say that again? Letting go of control. Just be human being. Being with yourself here. Feel yourself dropping a little bit more for these last few breaths. Feel it through the face, through the jaw, through the neck. Ripple through the torso. The body like sinking into the soil. Having mercy upon yourself. There it is. And so it is. So you might like allowed to again stay here if you feel called to. Or you very gradually start to lift up. And the cloud will float off. This time, that back leg is going to seamlessly come forward. And it feels really yummy here where you lengthen the legs out. Take your hands. And I'm going to give it a bit of a shake. Shake the legs. Shake all of that beautiful energy through the body. So from here, going to bend into the legs and then lie down onto my back. Gently rest the head down. Feet will go hip width apart. And feel that groundedness. Palms facing down, pressing in through the backs of the arms, fanning out the feet. So the four corners of the feet, the four elements, earth, air, fire, water. Or perhaps it's more the medicine wheel, whatever it is that you want to connect to with spirit. Feel it grounding through the earth, the reverent earth. And we claim our sovereignty now, this beautiful bridge of rainbow light. Inhale, lifting the upper body, chin locks towards the throat, relaxing through the shoulders, a stream of light across the top of the chest. Relax the buttocks, press in through the feet. Inhale, feel the smile, the lift, and then exhale very slowly. Upper back comes down, middle back, and lower back. Set to Bandhasana, our bridge pose. Inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, coming down. So you can stay with that variation, or, you know, as I always say, but wait, there's more. Right foot to left thigh if you'd like to take a stronger option. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming down. So you won't need to lift up as high because you're sustaining a bit more balance and you still want to feel the integrity of the bridge, but getting this hip opening as well. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, coming down, or you just stay in your normal bridge pose. And once more, the sacred three. Inhale, lifting up. Press through the backs of the arms. There shouldn't be any pressure through that cervical spine, the back of the neck. Exhale, grounding the tailbone. Right foot lifting off if need be. Give the feet a little shake out on the mat. Redistribute that prana. Slow it down like a bit of a drum beat. And then left foot to right thigh if you like that variation. Inhale, this beautiful love, it lifts me higher, I feel empowered. Exhale, gently rolling the spine down, tailbone grounding. So we don't want to rush. We inhale, just lift to a height that feels steady. Maybe this side feels different. I know this side feels different for me today. Exhale, so just being in your truth and practicing with integrity. And once more, inhale, lifting up, stabilizing through that right foot, the grounded foot. Exhale for the full length of breath, spine aligning on the earth. If the left foot is raised, we'll take it off. Give the feet a little pummel on the earth. Knees to chest, hands around the front of the knees, and cradle yourself. If that feels a little bit ambitious, then you can leave one hand to each knee and go a little bit wider with the legs. But wherever you're at, feel cradled and held, rocking very gently, soothing the spine, soothing this flow of light within. Now we'll extend the legs out, and that's the Asana, our fish pose. An opportunity to lift up through the ribs, get things off our chest, and just working this at your own interval today. So just listening to the dialogue, we actually rock onto the side and tuck
I'll go with the right arm first, right arm underneath the body. So the right buttock will rest on the right wrist joint. And then you rock to the right side. The left arm will come underneath. Both buttocks rest on the wrist joints. Fan out your hands as if you're in downward facing dog. And then your legs, I like to think of maybe more of a mermaid tail. So feel the shimmer and sparkle of your tail. Now this is already a strong compression of your body weight onto your arms. So just breathe in, checking with the wrists, how you're handling your life, whether that feels massaging for you. Check in with your elbows, new directions in life. Feel it through the forearms and your shoulders. If this is enough for you, then you just feel that tuck of the chin towards the throat. Or if you're going on, the beautiful archangels now, particularly Archangel Azrael and even Chamuel for healing and love. Lift your heart up now, tilt your head back, press with the forearms. Open the heart, breathe fully into life. Feel the divine massage into the respiratory system. Uncage, unleash your heart. So much air in your lungs, you're floating on the surface of the ocean. Oceanic bliss now. Find that point of effortlessness, weightlessness, spaciousness. Keep breathing. Keep floating. And then exhale. Just as slowly and mindfully, you ground the head. You feel it slide and glide on the surface of the mat. And then you will slowly bring one arm out from underneath and then the other. And just rest your beautiful arms alongside you, palms turned up for a moment. You'll still feel that probably through the sacral area, slight tingle through the arms or the nerve endings, flushed and nourished to the meridians. Your arms, your wings, your extension of your heart, giving and receiving in equal balance and measure. How delicious. And again, we'll counterbalance this by bringing the knees up, hands go onto the knees this time, and we rotate around. Find that beautiful rhythm and flow, synchronization. And we'll invite the knees to the chest. Now you can come up in your own way, in your own time. If you'd like to flow with this option, arms alongside, and just a little rock, and then a roll up. And we'll bring our cloud a little bit closer. So I'll turn to face you now, and I'll just rearrange my angel altar so you can see what I'm doing. You'll bring your legs out in front, and we're going to create our diamond shape. So you know how diamonds are formed, right? They're formed from extreme pressure and heat to create the most beautiful, beautiful gem of all, the diamond. So even if you felt like you've been under pressure, under heat, under fire, taking time to emerge and evolve, reconnect with the diamond light, the beautiful diamond energy. And maybe hold this now in our Asana, coming into almost summation with our acceptance. And there's different options we can take. So you can have the pillar of light, the pillow in front, and you can just sort of zhuzh it so that you can lean in. So we're going for the outer band of the legs, and that comes into the gallbladder meridian. So it starts to shift a lot of sometimes more deeper and intense emotion through the body. If you're quite flexy, then you'll try to go a little bit deeper. Maybe the cloud will serve, or maybe a smaller pillow out in front. And we weave the arms underneath the legs so that the wrists will rest underneath your ankles. And then, you know that turtle that always sticks its head out for everyone else? Well, you're really gorgeous and generous, the earth angel that you are, but today we're going to go in. We're going to go inwards. And so I'd like to see that you're resting your forehead down, so I'm just going to turn on the side and show you what it would look like. See if you can lean in. So it's not like butterfly where the heels are close to you. The heels are as far away as possible, so you get this extension through the upper body as well. And I've rested my head on my cloud. And you close your eyes once you've found that beautiful, peaceful pose for you today, where you're directing your awareness and energy and just staying there, celebrating your diamond self. I'm going to read a beautiful blessing and offering of Komasana. That's the Sanskrit translation for what would be the turtle pose. And to celebrate your luster, your diamond self. So deep breaths of prana. Soften through your face, and there's that rounding of the shoulders. A beautiful letting go, dropping any hurts into the earth. It's fertilizer for the earth. Pachamama, the earth energy says, drop that into the earth. Let me renew it for you. As you breathe out, she breathes in. There's this beautiful, beautiful harmony and flow. And as I say that, I'm going to light Palo Santo, blowing some holy smoke into this offering, because this is essence being captured right now, and I'm sending it to you in all directions of time. Whenever or wherever you're receiving this transmission, it is meant to be. And just sending this through the vibration, over the card, over the blessing. You are a beautiful gem. Allow and invite the light of consciousness to create luster within every fiber, pore, and cell of your infinite being. As a caring, sensitive soul, it is natural for you to stick out your neck for others. This angel Asana allows you to draw within and to take time for yourself to nurture, heal, and restore your energy levels and your soul batteries. With each loving breath, allow the universal energy to cleanse and restore your hips, your wrists, and your shoulders. And there's a beautiful big gust of clear air coming in as I read this. So feel it through the lungs, hear it through the sound. Coming and going, conscious breath anchoring you. There are no more burdens to bear, angel, and nothing to fear. Feel the presence of your angels wrap their wings around you now. Their loving reminder for you moving forward is to celebrate your diamond-like self. Diamonds on the inside, the gems of your soul, and to never let anyone or anything dull your beautiful, radiant sparkle. Do you feel that on the breath, the molecules of the divine administering this sparkle, this shimmer within? So exhale there, all the way. Beautiful. Lifting up very slowly, transitioning with ease and grace, but that is what you've called in, and reset into your soul. The cloud drifts off. The hands will support the knees and guide them in, legs will lengthen out. Little shake, little shimmer. And if you wanted a blanket, now would be the time to pull it in next to you. We're going to lie down nice and slowly, bending into our legs, and just offer ourselves a twist before we meditate. So the knees will go to the left. You can always put a pillow between the knees or try to keep them together.
Left hand will support that top leg, or perhaps the arms will go out wide. I've just got the wall, so I'll just bend one of my arms today. And either the head will stay neutral, or you will shift your gaze to the side. Lots of different variations for your twist. Just trust what just organically came through for you then. That's shifting the resonance of your truth through the body. For me, I want to extend that top leg out. See how that goes for you. Breathe. Twist, reveal, heal in all directions of time. How beautiful to gift yourself with this. And then we'll feel ourselves slowly roll back to the middle, re-anchor through the spine. And then the offering the other way, so knees to the right, perhaps your left arm out wide or both arms. And it's best to offer yourself that same variation with the twist. Again, just be mindful of the rotation of the head. But close your eyes and direct that attention within. Stop looking outside of yourself for gratification, for acceptance, when we want to feel it within. Feel your worth, that you are more than enough, shining and sparkling, a radiant diamond-like self in this moment. Especially that left arm, receiving all of this beautiful light and love to soothe you, to bring you joy, happiness, harmony. So to meditate, Shavasana, or perhaps you prefer to be seated in Sukhasana, or anything else that brings you more of that restful state of letting go. Perhaps the hands will rest on the body somewhere where you'd like to direct more healing. Or your arms alongside you where the palms could turn up, and we could take Chin Mudra, thumb and index finger joined to create a seal of this heavenly glow. This essence of spirit circulating through you as a beautiful diamond-like vessel of divinity. But close your eyes, soften through your face, so angelic. Feel a tingle through the scalp, over the ears, which are shaped like harps. For the clarity of your mind, no tension in the forehead, sinking through the eyes. Caress the lips and your neck. Relax your hair. Let it drop into the earth. Gentleness over the shoulders, along your arms, into your hands. Unfurl your feathers, winged one. And rest. Rest here on the earth. Let go of your arms. Feel the light dance through the upper chest, filling your breasts, your heart, your upper back. Rolling through the middle of the body, through the navel, the middle back, into the lumbar area, the lower back, your lower belly. And as you let go, soften the heart and sink your spine into the soil, into the earth, into Mama. Let go. And that beautiful release through the hips, your buttocks, your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, ground through your heel. The healer within you, let go through the legs. Drop your whole body into this moment and let go. The whole body. The whole body savors this surrender. And as you set that breath free, you liberate the soul self. You journey now, spirit, lifting you to higher heights. So it is.
are seated, and bowing your head forward and wrapping your beautiful wings around yourself with the deepest devotion, with reverence and respect for all that is. And the most beautiful gift that you can offer yourself is your presence. And we will slowly journey up into seated once more. I'm going to come a little bit closer so I can feel you. So blessed are we. Beautiful, shiny diamond, soul self. Beloved, may you continue to let go of what was, what has been, to fully accept what is, and have absolute faith in what will be. From my flourishing heart to yours. Namaste.